What's going on, guys? It's Godfather, back from a long hiatus, but fear not, I'm here with another Rainbow Six Siege video, just in time for the launch of the new season. Now, today we're going to be talking about 5 defenders that I think people might be overplaying. Now, just because I say an operator is overplayed, doesn't mean that they're a bad operator. It just means that they're not useful on every site, or there's another operator that does their job way better. So keep that in mind through the list. Don't get upset if you see your favorite operator on the list. Use this as an opportunity to maybe think, think about what could be the best decision for each site. So to start off the list, we're going to be talking about Bandit. Now, Bandit is overplayed simply just because Cade is the way better operator. If Cade's unbanned, he's better 100% of the time. His claws are much harder to get rid of, and bandit tricking, it's not as effective as it used to be. With Flores and impact EMPs and grenades, it's just very hard to effectively bandit trick. I also see a lot of people playing bandit in sites that don't really need a hard deny, and this just makes bandit useless. Now, I understand that bandit has a very good gun, and he has good utility in the nitro cell or barbed wire. But Cade just does his job better, and Bandit's just not useful on every site. I think Bandit is useful in certain situations, maybe in addition to Cade if you need more than 6 walls six walls hard denied. Excuse me, but he's just not as universally good as it used to be. Now at number 4, I'm gonna say Capcan. Now, Capcan, he can be played on any site. He has a great loadout. He has great utility in impacts or C4. And he's flexible in the fact that he's a good anchor and a good roamer. Capcan's problem lies within the fact that his gadget is really ineffective for 1 or 2 rounds unless you're playing just a terrible team. Once people start hitting traps or they drone them, they're going to be a lot more cautious, and they're going to be shooting the traps. They're going to bring Twitch. So Capcan is really more of an operator that you want to bring as like a surprise, 1 or 2 rounds. Not someone that you want to be picking consistently over a game, which I see a lot of people do. They'll pick him all 3 defense rounds, plus the OT if it goes to OT. You don't want to do that. Capcan is more effective as kind of a surprise pick, a 1-off, maybe a 2-off, if you go in different sites. But anything more than that, and I think the team will just realize that you're playing Capcan. And at number 3, we're going to have Castle, and Castle kind of has the same concept as Capcan. Now, originally I was going to put Cav in this spot. However, at higher ranks, I think everyone realizes that she's bad and useless. And in lower ranks, she's honestly can be effective. So she's going to be safe from this list for now. I guess she's an honorable mention, but she's not on the actual list. Now, Castle can be an effective operator on lots of sites, but once the enemy team sees a Castle, they're going to take stuff to deal with them. They're going to take Sledge, Sophia, all that good stuff. Now, even if there's a Sledge in play, Castle can still be effective if you put his barricades in places where they're hard to reach, but I think a mistake that a lot of Castle players make is they put his barricade on windows or doors that face directly outside, where there's no danger in having to sledge open that castle because you're safe. Much like Capcan, I think he's better off as a 1-off pick or, a 1 or 2 time pick in a game as opposed to picking him consistently every time. And I see Castle being played a lot more than he probably should be. And I also think that Rooney does his job much better on certain sites than Castle does. So these next 2 operators are going to be the genuinely bad operators. Operators that you should not be really playing at all. Now, number 2, and this is going to be controversial, but number 2 is going to be Doc. Now, Doc was originally going to be number 1. However, I'll give him the credit that at least his gadget has the ability to be useful. You maybe will get heal or the occasional revive, or you could heal himself. So at least there's some use there. Now, I know the gun is good, but Doc's just not important to any type of setup. There's always a better operator to choose, and to make matters worse, you know, most Docs roam or spawn peek and they die, and you don't even get to use the gadget. Now, the most ironic part of this whole situation is the fact that Thunderbird exists. And Thunderbird is just better than Doc in every conceivable way. Better gun, better utility, respeed, her gadget works even if you die. I don't really think of a single reason why you should play Doc. I honestly think that Rook is a better option than Doc at this point. It just boggles the mind that he has such a high pick rate. And I understand it's because, he has an MP5 with the 1.5, but there comes a point where just getting kills or just trying to get kills is not going to help your team. You need to play setups, you need to have strategy in it. Doc just is one of the worst operators in the entire game. Now, at number 1, the most overplayed defender is easily Oryx. I see this guy in almost every single ranked game I play, in plat lobbies, and he's the worst defender in the game. He literally brings nothing to the team except a gun and the ability to run through walls and climb hatches. Even on sites where there's no hatches, people still play him. He really should not be played at all. He has zero utility, and even his secondary gadgets are kind of bad. He's going to bring the proximity alarms, and I think he brings barbed wire. I can't remember what his other secondary utility is, but it's all bad. At the end of the day, running through walls and jumping hatches, it's completely useless. He makes a lot of noise doing that stuff, and he gets injured when he runs through walls anyways. And any operator, even Doc, would be a better pick than Oryx, because at least those gadgets help you. Oryx doesn't help anyone. Even his only maybe counter, I guess, is his ability to counter Montaigne and Blitz, but that's such a minuscule counter that doesn't really come into play that much, that it just makes Oryx not useful at all. Again, I understand the gun is really good, but you can play Legion and have way better utility. Legion's probably a top 5 defender in the game. My dream one day is that Oryx has a 0% pick rate. He's just terrible. I don't see a way you can justify playing him. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the attacker version of this video. That one's going to be a little controversial. And as well, I'm going to be posting a review on the new season, give my thoughts on Grim, and a couple of the changes that they made. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.